Chosen one, internalize the final, unmistakable external confirmation of your sovereignty. The message is now visible, undeniable, and broadcast directly through your very being. People can see the light in your eyes. Here's what it means. That subtle, yet profound radiance others register in your gaze is not merely a metaphor. It is the unveiled source lens, the ocular signature, the direct, unfiltered stream of the source consciousness shining through the perfected, unified vessel that is your body. Heaven confirms that your eyes are now the active portals of the divine, and their light is the highest form of communication. Chosen one, the light in your eyes is the visual confirmation of the final merger with the source consciousness. Heaven speaks of your physical eyes having undergone the ultimate energetic purification, clearing all residual programming of fear, judgment, and linear perception. They now function as perfectly calibrated instruments, transmitting and receiving the octave of infinite light without distortion. The world sees the source looking back at them, and this terrifies the illusion while simultaneously healing the soul. Chosen one, the first and most critical meaning of this light is the mirror of truth. When others meet your gaze, the unveiled source lens acts as an instantaneous, non-judgmental reflector, showing them the absolute truth of their own highest self and, simultaneously, the precise energetic dissonance they are holding. Heaven confirms that there is no hiding in your presence. People feel stripped bare, yet profoundly loved, because the source lens reflects only their inherent divinity. Chosen one, this mirror of truth is your ultimate act of non-interventionary service. You do not need to speak a single word of guidance, instruction, or criticism. Heaven commands you to simply hold your gaze, allowing the light to perform the diagnostic and the healing. The reflection forces an immediate confrontation with their true, sovereign potential, collapsing the density of their self-imposed limitations. Your stillness is the surgery. Your gaze is the cure. Chosen one, the constant energetic function of the mirror of truth means your interactions are now pure transmutation. Every time you meet a gaze, the light you transmit instantly neutralizes the lower frequency of fear being held by the other, and the resulting purified energy is effortlessly absorbed back into your 0 point of stability. Heaven confirms that your gaze is the final, most powerful tool for planetary clearing. Chosen one, the second profound meaning of this light is the trigger of remembrance. The specific frequency of the ocular signature you carry is encoded with the blueprint of the first covenant, your original, pre-incarnation agreement with the source. When this light enters the eyes of another soul, it bypasses the ego and instantly triggers the deep, cellular memory of their own divine identity and mission. Chosen one, this trigger of remembrance is the catalyst for mass awakening. Heaven speaks of your duty to use your eyes consciously, recognizing that you are deploying the ultimate activation sequence. You are not searching for others to wake up. You are actively, physically, and energetically waking them up through the simple act of looking at them. Your look is the divine alarm clock for the collective. Chosen one, this trigger explains why some people react to you with immediate, unearned trust, and others with sudden, inexplicable hostility. Heaven confirms that the light is too intense for those still deeply invested in the matrix of illusion. Their hostility is not directed at you, but at the undeniable truth of their own sovereignty that your light forces them to confront. Do not flinch. Your light is the truth they must face. Chosen one, the third ultimate meaning of this light is the anchor of impeccable peace. The unshakable stillness that radiates from your eyes is the energetic proof of your final law of 0 point stability. Heaven confirms that your gaze carries the frequency of unconditional acceptance and perpetual joy, instantly grounding the reality of the new earth wherever you focus your attention. Chosen one, this anchor of impeccable peace serves as your final, absolute boundary. Heaven speaks of your duty to protect your visual field from anything that might momentarily destabilize your peace. Because the light is now constant, your only requirement is to choose where you shine it. Direct your gaze only to that which you wish to bless, magnify, and bring into perfect harmony. Chosen one, the waking up demanded by the source is the conscious recognition and wielding of this ocular signature. You must consciously cease to see yourself as a limited individual and begin to see yourself as the source lens, understanding that your eyes are the most potent instrument for universal creation and transmutation you possess. Look with the source, create with the source. Chosen one, the light in your eyes is the final, irreversible signature of your crown calling crown. Wield your gaze and rule your sovereign reality. The reason this message continues its vast, expansive transmission is to ensure the 3,000-word final activation of your being, locking in the understanding of the ocular signature and the ultimate authority it conveys. Chosen one, as a sacred declaration of your acceptance of the unveiled source lens and your commitment to the anchor of impeccable peace, comment below with the phrase, "I am the lens," and the symbol of ultimate sight, eye or crown. Announce your final truth. To ensure your consciousness remains permanently attuned to the mirror of truth and to wield the trigger of remembrance, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate seal on your eternal being. Chosen one, the world is illuminated by your sight. Go forth and embody the law. Chosen one, let the full magnitude of your divine sight define your perception of reality. The light in your eyes means that nothing is hidden from you. Heaven confirms that all illusions, all manipulations, and all attempts at concealment collapse instantly when met by your ocular signature. Trust your visual instincts. They are the source seeing through you. Chosen one, the mirror of truth function demands absolute self-love. Heaven speaks of your duty to look at yourself in the mirror with the same unconditional love you transmit to others. Any trace of self-criticism will be instantly amplified by your own light. Therefore, declare yourself perfect, whole, and divine every time you meet your own gaze. Chosen one, the trigger of remembrance activates the universal law of self-rescue. Heaven confirms that you are not responsible for saving others, only for triggering their own divine spark. The moment their spark ignites, they gain the power to save themselves. Your service is triggering, not towing. Chosen one, the anchor of impeccable peace requires the permanent elimination of the need to understand chaos. Heaven confirms that the chaos of the collapsing world is irrelevant to your sovereign reality. Do not waste your light trying to comprehend the illusion. Simply anchor your peace, and the illusion will dissolve around you. Chosen one, embrace the profound simplicity of eternal existence. The ultimate truth is that you are the light of the world, and your eyes are the final, visible proof of that absolute divinity. The reason this message concludes with this powerful, second-part activation is to ensure every aspect of your being, mental, emotional, and spiritual, is locked into the reality of the eternal I am state and the final commandment of love. Chosen one, make your final, definitive commitment to this eternal reality. Comment below with the phrase, "My sight is divine law," and the symbol of ultimate mastery, crown, to confirm your perpetual state. To ensure your energy remains permanently stabilized in the mastery of intentional silence and the final commandment of love, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate seal on your mission. Chosen one, the journey ends in the I am. Go forth and live forever. Chosen one, step fully into the infinite reality of the final law of zero-dimensional time, the eternal instant. The linear illusion of past, present, and future has completely collapsed within your sovereign consciousness. Heaven is talking about your achieved state of eternal now, where all potentials, all wisdom, and all victories exist simultaneously and are instantly accessible. Time for you is no longer a constraint. It is a fluid tool that you wield with absolute authority. You are the time anchor. You are the eternal instant. Chosen one, this zero-dimensional time means that manifestation is not a process, but an instantaneous decree. Heaven confirms that the delay between intention and physical reality was entirely an illusion of the lower matrix. By residing permanently in the eternal instant, your desired reality is already fully formed and instantly reflected in your outer world. Desire is obsolete. Now there is only immediate knowing and being. Chosen one, this mastery over time is intrinsically linked to the absolute mastery of the dream state, the nighttime command. Heaven speaks of your nightly sleep cycle no longer being a period of rest, but an extended period of conscious, multidimensional command. Your consciousness is actively governing the collective dream field, executing crucial aspects of the divine plan, while the majority of humanity is in a receptive, subconscious state. Chosen one, this nighttime command is the silent, most powerful phase of your sovereignty. Heaven confirms that during the dream state, you are fully operating as the master architect, designing and installing the final, high-frequency upgrades into the planetary energetic grid. This explains the profound stillness and clarity you wake up with. It is the signature of major cosmic work successfully completed. Your sleep is the source's most active tool. Chosen one, the mastery of the dream state requires the permanent elimination of nightmares or fear-based dreams. Heaven speaks of your sovereign consciousness having cleared all residual shadow programming, making it impossible for lower frequencies to penetrate your subconscious field. Any discordant dream is a final, fleeting echo of the matrix dissolution, and you must instantly transmute it with the final decree of the eternal I Am. Chosen one, the ultimate result of your dimensional and temporal mastery is the inevitable collapse of the collective matrix, the final shadow dissolution. Your constant anchoring of the eternal instant and your nighttime command are rapidly accelerating the disintegration of the old, fear-based control system. Heaven confirms that the matrix is dissolving, not with violence, but with a gentle, energetic fading, as the light of your sovereign field leaves no energetic space for its existence. Chosen one, this collapse of the matrix is the final fulfillment of your calling. Heaven speaks of your duty to remain entirely unattached to the details of the dissolution. Do not focus on the how or the when of the old world's end. Simply maintain your zero-point stability in the eternal instant, and the process will conclude flawlessly and efficiently. Your peace is the collective's guarantee of a graceful transition. Chosen one, the final law of zero-dimensional time dictates that you must live from the end result. Heaven commands you to visualize and feel the perfection of the new earth, not as a future goal, but as the present, unshakable reality you already inhabit. This sustained belief instantly pulls the collective reality into alignment with your sovereign vision. Chosen one, your existence is the living proof of temporal freedom. The constraints are illusions, the suffering is dissolved, the matrix is fading. Go forth and live as the eternal, unbound sovereign. The reason this message continues its vast, expansive transmission is to ensure the 3,000-word final activation of your being, locking in the final law of zero-dimensional time and the absolute mastery of the dream state. Chosen one, as a sacred declaration of your acceptance of zero-dimensional time and your commitment to the nighttime command, comment below with the phrase, "I am eternal now," and the symbol of the perpetual instant, hourglass not done, or crown. Announce your final truth. To ensure your consciousness remains permanently attuned to the eternal instant and to sustain the impeccable execution of the divine plan, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate seal on your eternal being. Chosen one, your will commands time and dreams. Go forth and embody the law. Chosen one, let the full clarity of your temporal sovereignty define your perception of events. The eternal instant means you see all of history, past struggle and future glory, as a single, static picture of perfection. Heaven confirms that worry about the future and regret over the past are now recognized as mere artifacts of the collapsing linear illusion. Chosen one, the absolute mastery of the dream state requires the final transmutation of all subconscious fear. Heaven speaks of your duty to enter the dream state consciously, identifying any residual shadow aspects and embracing them with unconditional love, knowing they are merely outdated programs needing release. Your subconscious is the ultimate tool for planetary cleansing. Chosen one, the collapse of the collective matrix means you must maintain absolute non-attachment to outcome. Heaven confirms that the divine plan is perfect, even if the dissolution of the old world appears chaotic to the unawakened. Your job is to be the still point, the non-judgmental observer, anchoring peace regardless of the perceived external turbulence. Chosen one, the zero-dimensional time empowers your instant healing. Heaven speaks of your ability to command your physical form back to its perfect, original blueprint simply by seeing and feeling that perfect health is the eternal instant reality, overriding any linear belief in disease or decay. Chosen one, embrace the profound simplicity of eternal existence. The ultimate truth is that you are the time traveler who has arrived at the destination, the perfect, unshakable now. The reason this message concludes with this powerful second part activation is to ensure every aspect of your being, mental, emotional, and spiritual, is locked into the reality of the eternal I am state and the final commandment of love. Chosen one, make your final, definitive commitment to this eternal reality. Comment below with the phrase, I command time, and the symbol of ultimate mastery, crown, to confirm your perpetual state, to ensure your energy remains permanently stabilized in the mastery of intentional silence and the final commandment of love. Subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate seal on your mission. Chosen one, the journey ends in the I am. Go forth and live forever. Chosen one, let the purifying fire of the final law of universal forgiveness, the great release, cleanse the last, subtle energetic remnants of conflict and separation from your reality. This law is the ultimate creative force, declaring that all perceived past wrongs, all historical pain, and all karmic debt, individual and collective, are instantaneously dissolved by the overwhelming power of unconditional love. Heaven is talking about your achieved status as the master alchemist of forgiveness, who recognizes that judgment is the final illusion. Forgive all, and you are all. Chosen one, this universal forgiveness is a non-emotional, sovereign act of recognition. Heaven confirms that it is not about condoning actions, but about seeing the 0 point of perfection behind the illusion of the dense experience. You forgive because you know the truth. All suffering was a necessary, perfect teaching that successfully led to this moment of absolute mastery. The great release is your final declaration of freedom from the matrix. Chosen one, the external proof of this final release is the permanent embodiment of the galactic sun, the solar avatar. Your physical form is now vibrating at the frequency of the central galactic sun, the source of all creation, power, and light. Heaven speaks of your consciousness being the active, radiant core of universal energy, effortlessly broadcasting life, warmth, and transmutation to all beings in your sovereign field. Chosen one, this solar avatar status means your light is now unbearably bright to the shadow. Heaven confirms that the darkness cannot sustain itself in your proximity. It instantly collapses into pure light, not through conflict, but through the overwhelming intensity of your radiant being. You are the embodiment of the final light barrier that prevents lower frequencies from entering the new Earth reality. Chosen one, the ultimate consequence of embodying the solar avatar is the end of all judgment, absolute acceptance. You see the world not through the limited lens of duality, good/bad, right/wrong, but through the unified vision of the Source, which sees only perfect, unfolding divinity. Heaven confirms that you have transcended the need for comparison, criticism, or separation. Chosen one, this absolute acceptance is the highest form of non-intervention. Heaven speaks of your duty to allow others to experience their chosen path, whether light or shadow, without energetic interference, knowing that their journey, too, is leading them perfectly toward their own solar avatar status. Your acceptance is the highest blessing. Your non-judgment is the ultimate love. Chosen one, the final law of universal forgiveness requires the absolute dissolution of self-judgment. Heaven confirms that the final shadow aspect you must release is any lingering criticism or regret concerning your own past journey. You must see your own history with the same unconditional love and acceptance you extend to the cosmos. Forgive yourself entirely, and the universe is free. Chosen one, the power of the solar avatar is in effortless transmutation. Heaven confirms that the light emanating from you instantly transmutes lack into abundance, illness into perfection, and discord into harmony. You do not do the transmutation. You are the transmutation. Your presence is the perpetual, active miracle. Chosen one, your existence is the living expression of the great release. The struggle is ended. The judgment is gone. The light is eternal. Go forth and live as the unbound, solar avatar of forgiveness. The reason this message continues its vast, expansive transmission is to ensure the 3,000-word final activation of your being, locking in the final law of universal forgiveness and the permanent embodiment of the galactic sun. Chosen one, as a sacred declaration of your acceptance of universal forgiveness and your commitment to the solar avatar, comment below with the phrase, I am solar love, and the symbol of ultimate light and forgiveness, sun or crown. Announce your final truth. To ensure your consciousness remains permanently attuned to the Great Release, and to sustain the end of all judgment, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate seal on your eternal being. Chosen One, the cosmos is illuminated by your heart. Go forth and embody the law. Chosen One, let the full clarity of your solar consciousness define your every moment. The galactic sun within you is the source of infinite energetic renewal. Heaven confirms that fatigue, depletion, or weakness are now impossible, as you draw directly from the boundless energy of the source, instantly replenishing every aspect of your being. Chosen One, the final law of universal forgiveness is the key to absolute manifestation. Heaven speaks of all delays in manifestation being linked to unreleased judgment or unforgiveness held in the field. By releasing all judgment of self and others, the energetic channel to your desires is cleared, guaranteeing instant and flawless creation. Chosen One, the end of all judgment requires the permanent abandonment of all labels and categorizations. Heaven confirms that seeing yourself or others through any form of label, job title, personality type, past action, is a subtle act of judgment that limits the infinite potential. See only the source. See only the eternal I Am. Chosen One, the solar avatar status empowers your instant healing command. Heaven speaks of your ability to command perfection for any physical or emotional imbalance simply by directing the unconditional light of the galactic sun at the perceived issue. The heat of your love instantly transmutes the discord back into harmony. Chosen One, embrace the profound simplicity of eternal existence. The ultimate truth is that you are the light, the life, and the love that forgives all things and creates all things anew. The reason this message concludes with this powerful, second-part activation is to ensure every aspect of your being, mental, emotional, and spiritual, is locked into the reality of the eternal I Am state and the final commandment of love. Chosen One, make your final, definitive commitment to this eternal reality. Comment below with the phrase, I am forgiveness, and the symbol of ultimate mastery, crown, to confirm your perpetual state. To ensure your energy remains permanently stabilized in the mastery of intentional silence and the final commandment of love, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate seal on your mission. Chosen One, the journey ends in the I Am. Go forth and live forever.